and welcome to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. I am your host, J.W. Moore, also known as J Soul, and give me the chance to just keep you company for the next 2 hours. I hope that's okay. I hope everybody is doing fine. I hope you guys are well. Please, please, please take care of your health. Please do not get sick. Please get that immune system going and running in the way it should. I am so happy to be with you again. I just want to thank my sister from another Mr. Miss Jewel Green George, who stepped in last week and did an awesome job. That's just how we do it here at Tobago Updates Television. Remember, guys, we are live on Amplia Network 102, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are going to be going through so many topics. We have so many things that we want to discuss with you today. But before I do that, let me just say a hearty and blessed happy birthday to Mrs. Willett Carrington Winchester, my loving mother. And I want to thank you so much for everything that you have done for me. Thank you for being a wonderful role model. So today is your day, my darling, and hope all is well. I first take you guys to the good stuff segment. Now, for those of us who are familiar with the brunch set, we do many topics, we touch on many segments, and so our good stuff is next. Our good stuff highlights sons and daughters of the soil who are doing powerful things and impacting humanity positively. And I first take you to the news day. CARICOM Youth Ambassador, young people more than hashtags. As a boy, Luke James Trim always seemed wise beyond his years. In Mount St. George, Tobago, where he was raised, Trim joked he was often regarded as an old soul. I thank my grandparents, Jason and Twine James, and my mother, Luan, for that. They encouraged me to use my voice at a very young age and never be afraid, to be fearless in the pursuit of what I want for myself and for others. Most times they weren't in agreement with my outspokenness, but they never tried to mold me into something I was not, or tried to silence my voice, and I thank them for that, said James Trim, 22, who was appointed CARICOM Youth Ambassador along with Samantha Rampasad on September 8th. James Trim said, while the saying, "it takes a village to raise a child," may be a cliche, it truly reflects his upbringing in the community. So congratulations to Luke. And some of you may know Luke. Luke was very much a staple of the Tobago Updates family. And I was very privileged to meet him on several occasions. And he's definitely one of those brilliant minds that needs to be recognized. So congratulations to you, Luke. Next, I take you to The Guardian. Zero Male Suicide, a compassionate lens on International Men's Day. In the intricate mosaic of our shared existence, International Men's Day assumes a nuanced significance, casting light on the unspoken hurdles that men grapple with on their life's journey. Beyond the strife of societal expectations, this day beckons us to explore the kaleidoscope of the male psyche with empathy and understanding. Oh, yes. This day serves as a reflective canvas aptly themed for 2023 Zero Male Suicide. This is becoming compulsory to a call of action, and we must delve into the intricate fabric of well-being that men weave into their lives, or rather deprioritize in taking care of societal demands. So happy International Men's Day. I have not seen you guys for so long, so I do extend blessings and greetings to my kings of Tobago, of Trinidad, of the Caribbean, and of the world. Happy International Men's Day to you. Next, we go to the Daily Express. Myron B's Madhouse Christmas. Myron Bruce 2023 Parang Soca Madhouse Parang holds a Yuletide, oh, tongue twister there, let me go again, holds a Yuletide mirror up to a dangerous and violent modern-day Trinidad and Tobago. 'Tis providing to be a time of the year when gunshots punctuate, booming box basses, weeping mothers, complemented by strumming quattros, and crime continues to spiral out of control. Bruce, who recently evolved his incredible Myron B moniker to the Edger Calypso Knight, branded, agreed his song was inadvertently and unspokenly kept his life in increasingly lawless TNT when he sat with the Kitchery for a virtual exchange on Thursday night. So you definitely want to check on the Newsday, the Guardian, and of course the Daily Express. These are so many sons and daughters that we need to highlight, and we need to really recognize when we are doing wonderful things in our space. So just a bit about who is on today. We have wonderful people on the show today. So some of the topics, we discussed so many things. So our segments, our live diaries segment, we have that today. We have Iron Bagel. We also have our Agro Corner. And of course, grassroots. Now it's so amazing. Let's Talk seminar, annual Christmas treat for kids. Free diabetic eye screening. There's so many topics that we speak on, and I'm hoping that you stay with us. I'm hoping that you're a part of what we're doing here on Brunch today. We have Lizanne Larius. She is the program manager, Trinidad Eye Hospital. She's going to be here about diabetic eye screening. Leon, let me correct myself. Leon Lazarus, that's it. And also our beloved secretary, Natasha Charles Panton, is here with us today. Vision for food security. So that should be an interesting topic. I hope that you guys are here to share that with me. And that's just a few of the persons that we're going to have gracing the brunch set. So as I go along, I'm going to keep you in the loop about who's on and what's coming up. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, look what my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to tell you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
Light up the Christmas with the best fiber. Surfboard channel switch to Amplia. Thousands in prizes, plenty smart TVs. 1 year free service and free groceries. We suffering with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. We been check with Amplia. We winning with 10% off plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
You know, who would I ever believe, Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, you know, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you not married?
That doesn't matter once you have a safe home and you're related to the child. You're good.
So they just gave money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy a Lamborghini for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up is.
I will not try. Mommy, you can buy.
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you could get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malakai, I'm only going on the bed.
But mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Who's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
Welcome back to Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. I am so honored, I'm so pleased that you guys are with us today. Now, it's a beautiful Monday on the island of Tobago. And why can't we speak about agriculture? Let me officially welcome you to our Agro Corner. This is a staple of our Monday brunch episode lineup. So this is what we do on a Monday. And of course, this is for those of you who are joining us for the first time. And I am very privileged to welcome Secretary Natasha Charles Pantin to the set of Brunch. Now, Secretary Pantin, I have said it openly, you know, we always talk, and I personally commend you for the work that you are doing with your team. I also have to make mention of TATCO because, you know, together you guys are changing the face of agriculture. You know, I had so many representatives from your division. Oh, and good morning to that beautiful division, that division of natural resources. Oh my gosh, food security, sustainable development, the environment, and you guys do so much, you know. And one of your representatives was here and she was saying, you know, it's time to make agriculture sexy. And, you know, I laughed at the word sexy, but what she basically meant was changing the narrative, changing the face of agriculture. So let's delve in. You know, there's quite a lot. There's so much that we need to discuss, but, you know, we're trying to put as much into as little time as possible. So let's speak on mega farming.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Let's delve in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first let me say good morning to everyone, and I like the fact that she's encouraging persons to make agriculture sexy.
Yes.
Being the first female secretary, I can tell you it has already started because I believe I'm sexy. All right. So, mega farming.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to say that traditionally we've heard about mega farms, and that's like a huge, you know, space, acres of land being under cultivation or production, as you want to say. But that is not the approach that we will be taking. Our approach, and maybe we have to change the term mega farm, but given the mandate, the research and the pilot that we have been doing in terms of the poultry contract farm initiative, we would be given contracts to produce certain commodities. Yeah?
Yes.
And if you take it into in the whole sense, it is mega farming because you're getting the quantities that you want, the consistency, right? So that is the approach. So wherever you are, if you're in Mason Hall, if you're in Plymouth, if you're in Crown Point, You have acres of land, you want to bring it under production, we will bring you under contract with Tadco, and you will be producing, and Tadco will come, collect, process, package, market. Yeah? So it is not mega farming in the traditional sense, not the failed models that you would have had. That is why we started with the poultry, and you would have recently experienced where the boat shut down, and we were able to supply the different franchises, and we had the walk-in sales. It was a perfect example of becoming self-sufficient.
Yes. And self-sufficiency is so, I don't want to sound like a cliche, but it is so important. It's so important to have that comfort in knowing that you're self-sufficient, that comfort in knowing, okay, we're sustainable.
Correct.
We can do this, we can make it, we can, toot our own horn.
Correct.
It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
Yes, and I mean, I expect to get the lash for every little thing that I do, because that's the opposition doing what they have to do.
Yes.
But my job is to make everything sustainable, and to ensure that we don't embarrass ourselves as a country when we have an emergency or we have a disaster, that we're able to supply food to people. And that's why I don't politicize it at all.
Yes.
Because if something is to happen to Begonians as it relates to food, we will all be affected.
Yes,
Yeah?
we would be.
So whether it's pest and disease, whatever it is, whether the boat stop working, we have to be able to withstand whatever comes. Yeah? So that is why it is important that we get on board with the project. In whatever way, you might think, oh, okay, all I'm doing is growing some flavor peppers. If you're doing it on a large scale, let's get together and supply it. Because the market out there wants quality, they want consistency, they want quantity. And that is what the mega farming project is about.
And I've heard, some of my colleagues, my brothers and sisters, and we boast about, that Tobago soil. We boast about the quality.
Correct.
Of what comes forth from what we grow.
Correct.
And I think we need to take so much pride in that.
Correct.
Yeah?
And I mean, now in this age, you can manipulate soil wherever it is. Yeah. But Tobago, we have the opportunity to do green farming. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to the more the types of approaches where you have massive production being done under control environments in large countries. We're really close to the land, and we have the opportunity to demonstrate nationally and internationally that this is what a traditional farm looks like.
Yes.
This is what healthy living looks like, and we should be marketing that as a tourism product as well. Yeah, because we have a unique culture here, especially as it relates to farming. You could do farm tours. You could still have fresh juices, right? When you come off the boat. What can you do in Tobago that is different to England? Everything is totally different. Yes. I've lived there for 3 years. I've lived in Scotland for 3 years. And I can tell you that every time I go back, they want something. Yeah?
Yeah.
And everything they want, they don't have it there. I'm telling you, the wildlife population, I mean, they hardly have any sort of wildlife. We have everything here. Even as you wake up, you see a gecko in your house. Well, you walk outside, you're seeing birds. They actually have to travel to places to see those things.
See that, yeah.
So what we take for granted, the world wants to see. I'm telling you that.
And what is interesting is that we have plant life and animal life that is found nowhere else in the world. This is such a big deal. I don't even think we make a big enough deal of that in terms of marketing what we have.
Correct.
And I think this is one of the issues, that we keep having, in terms of our research, market research. Tell us about the Agri Research Institute, because this is something that I think just for the viewers, they want to know what's going on with agriculture today.
Well, we have to move away from the traditional way we see agriculture.
Yeah.
And we have to use a better approach as it relates to education, for example. We have the Kendall Farm School, and it's very efficient at, the level of expertise that you can get there as it relates to farming. But we could do more with that institute, yeah? And we could have more courses, because you have things like climate change to consider, yeah? Fisheries, we could do a lot as it relates to fisheries. And funny enough, we live in a country, an island where we're located to the coast. You drive right around Tobago. Most of the houses located around the coastline.
That's right.
Yeah. So we have a school that can capture a lot more courses. And let me get specific to agriculture. So what we have is lack of connectivity with the stations. We have a lot of stations that can do demonstration, scientific demonstration as well. And we need to connect it with the Kendall Farm School. So we're going to call it Tobago Agri-Research Institute. Yeah?
Right.
So we would be branding some of these stations as TARI participative units. So if people from ECIA, for example, they would come yearly to get technical advice and do tours on our farms. So they would be able to actually do more at the farms and to get more technical assistance and do technical studies. So we have to start looking at connectivity and how we can utilize the institute and partner with other institutes so that people can be certified in different things.
Right.
So that is the vision for TARI.
Okay. One of the things that has been buzzing about, because so many people seem to be concerned, our fisheries sector.
Yes.
And what are we doing in terms of developing our fisheries sector? Yeah.
Well, we have talented fisher folk across the island, extremely talented with a lot of experience. And what we have to do is organize those people in such a way that we can capitalize on building a sustainable industry. Now, the industry requires several things, especially in terms of quality control, right? But we have jump-started the sector using the Capital of Paradise, yeah? That was done for many years. And now we're actually engaging in commercial fishing. Now, it was a pilot, we are now exporting yellowfish tuna. And we have a bycatch, a sizable bycatch that we supply to hotels.
Right.
And also to the school feeding program and the individual, we have the walk-in sales. Oh, and let me take the opportunity to tell you, we have fish ham for sale this Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing business, but we still have some training to do because in order to meet international standards, the fisher folk have to do several things. They have to understand how to, when you capture the fish, what you have to do to prepare it, so that it meets international standards and sale to the general public, right? So that's why I always tell people, agriculture is a business and a science. You see that scientific part?
Science
Because
part.
what you eat, we don't take for granted, what you eat. Sometimes you go and you buy food and sometimes you end up home. You want to know why your belly hurting you, right? So we have to ensure that what we give to the public, it is fit for consumption. Whatever you consume affects your health, and it puts a lot of strain on the division of health. So our food here is important, and that's why we take, everything along the value chain seriously. So we are developing the fish, and of course we're going to develop the bait industry. That's something new, where we have a set net. The set net was actually given by JICA, by the Japanese, about 20 years ago, since 2003, and it's still in a box. So we're going to dust it out and finally build the bait industry. So the fisher folk will get bait, all those pirogues around the island, and we can service Trinidad, we could service different islands, Grenada, all across the Caribbean.
Yes.
So, and that is a $1 million, $1 billion industry in itself. St. Vincent has a bait industry as well. So it is something that we're working towards. We want it to be community-based. So we are working with the fisher folk in order to build it out. And of course, all the benefits, they will reap it as well. So we want to transform the division from just one of, just facilitating, without any vision, but to make commercial entities coming out from the different sectors. Yeah.
And one of the things that you mentioned in terms of there's the journey from when the fish is caught and, preservation, how your surroundings, environment, temperature. I mean, all these things come into play.
Yeah, when the fish folk they're out there and on the capital of paradise, and the fish comes in, it is cut, the blood is drained one time, it's ice at a certain temperature. All these things have to be taught. Yeah. You can't bring the fish back to the shore with all the blood in it. If you kill a chicken, you don't kill the chicken and then you transport in Crown Point and then you transport it with all the blood to Roxborough. You don't do that. Yeah? So there are different, and there's a reason for that. Yeah? As I said, everything is about your health, protecting you as the individual. And we at the division, we understand the science. Yeah, we have excellent technical officers. We have experienced people in this space. For example, the captain of the capital of paradise, he's assisting us in building out the bait industry. He's an invaluable resource. Yeah,
definitely.
And he has volunteered his time, because he's not getting paid for that. He's getting paid to work at the capital of paradise, but he understands the bigger picture.
Yes.
And you see those people out there that understand the bigger picture, I have to say, I love you. A long time, when somebody develop an art, they're hiding that down to the wire. They're carrying that to the grave,
Yes.
But now you have people coming forward and they're seeing the bigger picture of what Tobago can become if we come together and build out industries. Yeah? Yeah. So we have dreamers in this space. And earlier this morning, I was pleading to people on a different show that if you have a dream, come forward with it. Right? And even more so, if your dream embraces other people, because there are some dreams you need other people to build with it, come faster.
Yes.
Right? Because we have to move away from just you're thinking an early morning job could sustain you. It cannot. No. When you talk about milk and Pampers and then you have your rent to pay if you're renting, you talk about transport, you talk about buying clothes, you talk about buying food. That $5,000 and $6,000 cannot sustain you.
And education if you have children.
And I can tell you, I'm a representative, so I can tell you that money, that cannot sustain you.
Yes, it can.
But I can tell you, if that is what you want, think beyond that as well, right? Look for something else to do. Don't just give up and say, okay, well, I'll get a job and I'm sitting pretty. Look at the different races, for example. So let's do a little check. Yes,
right,
You see where they're guiding their children into business automatically, right? When I went down to Crown Point on Saturday, I said, let me stop in. I heard of this new store open, a new supermarket, right where First Citizens Bank was. And I went in there, and I don't know who owns it, but I observe a lot of Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah? So you look at different races and you see where they're pushing their children. And I'm pushing them to get an early morning job. I can't even recall being on any job anywhere, seeing a Chinese cutting the side of the road. Can you? Let's be honest. You ever see it?
No, I have not.
Syrians, you seen it?
Not.
But they are some of the richest people in Trinidad and Tobago.
And that's the thing, because we seem to have a standard when it comes to certain things. Because I remember one time there was a friend of mine, he had a grocery and he would have his son and his nephew cashing and doing inventory and invoices and stuff like that. And I remember that was like a big deal. Like everyone was like, no, those children are supposed to be in school, and it took me back, because you're not seeing the big picture. You're not seeing that, okay, this man is choosing to push his family, push his legacy. And so he's not going to be here forever.
No.
He's pushing them into business.
Into business one time.
Yeah.
Right? And we are the buyers. We make up the majority of buyers from their businesses. right? But how many of us are encouraging our young people to get into business?
Yeah.
And it is not for lack of skill. It isn't. But what is the root cause of our young people doing that? Now, those who would have chosen, I use the Capital of Paradise, for example. We have a lot of young men on board. We are mentoring young fisher folk on board as well, because we hope to build out other vessels in times to come, so that we have a fleet of vessels.
Definitely.
And these young people make more money than I do. And I am happy for them.
Yes.
And that's another thing. We need to be happy for our people that are successful.
Yes. Oh, you need to say that again. Are you
Yeah.
guys hearing? Be happy for the success. Stop pulling and tugging and dragging everybody else down and all of this nonsense that we do here.
Yeah, definitely. I am happy for their success. I cannot be, I mean, I wanted to be a doctor, to be honest. But I was pushed into something different, and I could see why now, you know?
Yes.
But when I see my colleagues that are doctors, we greet each other and we are proud of each other, most importantly. But
Yes.
you don't get that feeling that, you know, people are successful for people that are successful.
Yes.
You know, sorry, people are what you call it? They are happy, sorry, for people that are successful. We need to start supporting our own, right? You see somebody trying, yeah, they're trying to sell their sauce, their boiled corn, buy it, right? Support them, but support them to open a kitchen,
Exactly.
right?
And look at the bigger picture, because sometimes we don't look at things that
Yeah.
it's something that would grow. And I think that's one of the underlying factors.
When we are successful, we want people to clap for us, right? But we had to start learning to clap for others when they are successful.
Definitely.
Yeah? God would have bestowed all of us with some sort of skill, right? And I believe it is the support that he looked at, right? My technical officers, they are constantly out there supporting our stakeholders, right, to become successful.
Yes.
The division is a facilitator, yeah? And I always say to them, without you, we are nothing in the division, yeah?
Definitely.
And the stakeholders out there, if they sit back and truly understand how my division is configured, and they embrace the technical advice, you can do marvelous things. Look at how easy it was for the Poultry Contract Farm Initiative to roll out. When they came together and worked towards the same goal. The Capital of Paradise. It isn't easy to be out there 3 weeks on the sea. You're not seeing mommy, you're not seeing daddy, you're not seeing sister, brother, girlfriend, to come back with how much pounds? Thousands of pounds of fish. And listen, to lift up one of that, you had to have some strength. Yeah? So when they come together, they do marvelous things and they get paid for it and they move on with their lives. They make further investments. I want to see the crew, for example, that they move on and they get their own vessels. Yeah, that is the idea I'm having in mind. Because if you have that type of experience, being on the Atlantic, you could fish for yourself. Yeah, you could work with other crews. You could be like Captain Ellis one day. Yeah, and that is the conversation Captain Ellis would often have with me. He training the younger ones to do just like him, to become captain on the vessel, and he speaks Japanese. Just because of his interaction with different, going out there, meeting with international people. He's trained in different languages. Yeah.
And it's so wonderful because I'm seeing the passion and I love the way the conversation is going. We are out of time.
Oh my God, sorry. Sorry.
But you have to come back because we have so much more to discuss,
yes.
right? So from our family to yours, blessings to you.
Yes.
And success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Yes, thank you, and same for you.
Thank you so much. Right. So we're going to take a break, guys. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But before we do that, our trivia question for today. Now, this is a good one. When did Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, first air? And on what date? So you guys get to typing and let me see. If you're a true Brunch fan, You'll know the answer to this question. We're going to be right back. Stay tuned.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Costa. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the Standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on the pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
With Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Thank you so much for being with us, and I am so privileged, I am so pleased to welcome you to my next guest. Of course, this segment is our Life Diaries segment, and today we get to know the life of a very accomplished artisan in our midst. Someone said to me, without creatives, the world is a very dull place. It's very black. It may be just gray, if any color at all. And so we really, really respect those men and women who see the world differently. And my next guest speaks to that. Ted Arthur joins us today on the Brunch set. And, it's an honor. It's a privilege. Your name is like it's like a household name. That is the status that, that is how it is. It's just a known fact. When you say Ted Arthur, you know what Ted Arthur is about. But how many of us know about the man, Ted Arthur, and how did it all begin for this wonderful gentleman that sits before me today? So, good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning.
Yes, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for all those accolades.
So, how did it start, Uncle Ted? How did this all start?
Well, it's from my school days. You know, it started where I just went into the high school, Scarborough Sec at that time. And back in the day, the latest wear was the Converse sneakers. So I had my first shoe, first pair of leather suede shoe. And after a while, it started to, you know, but I really needed a Converse because that was the latest thing. So I went to my parents and said, my mom and dad, I need a new shoe.
A shoe.
And that shoe was the Converse. So they went looking around Scarborough, looking for this pair of sneakers. And they went to this shop. The name of it was the Hit Brothers, managed by Eric Giff. We used to call him Bill Patches, those who might know him by that name. And they found the sneakers there. But he was also doing leather craft. And Mom found that the quality was so high that she said, oh, this is nice. Do you train anyone? Anybody? He said, I have a son that I think I would like him to come and learn this. And he said, yes, not a problem. And she came home and asked me if I'm interested. I said, well, I have nothing to do in the August holidays, me as well. I'll learn a trade.
Yeah.
And I went along and I learned the trade for about 3 years because I think by 3 years, we went into a recession and things got slow and, you know, he went into a different business, you know, that kind of thing. But I pretty much learned the basic.
Yeah.
You know, how to repair a shoe, how to make a basic slipper, flip-flop kind of thing. And 3 years passed and the recession came and things went down. And, you know, I stopped. And the whole leathercraft industry kind of went
downward.
Yeah. You know, and I always said to myself, one day I'm going to start doing this again. But when I do it this time, I want to do it with a modern flavor.
A modern twist.
Yes, something, you know, that people will gravitate towards, adding colors and so on to it. And in 1990, I started back. I'll never forget that because that was the year I got married. You know, and at the same time the company I was working with sent me to the Grenadines to work. And I had just started doing the craft again. And I said, okay, sending me to Beckway as an office manager to work. We were doing some roads in Beckway. And I said, okay, but I just started this thing. So I packed lock, stock, and barrel, and I head to the Grenadines and everything. Well, my wife Edith, you know, who has passed now, beautiful soul.
Yes.
Just got married, so I left her, went and got myself set up, sorted out. And then she would come every 2 or 3 months, so I might come home, you know. And I went to Grenadines to do the paperwork, but I had my craft with me.
Yeah, you had to walk with
I now started again.
Walk with your accoutrements.
Yeah, man. And Beckway was a place that I never knew. I only heard about Beckway. And it's a tourist island.
Right.
It's some of the largest cruise ship I've ever seen in my life. You know, and when a cruise ship or 2 or 3 cruise ship comes per day, the whole island was just tourists.
Yeah,
I said, you're right place. So in the evenings after work, I'll go home. I had an apartment overlooking the port. And I will start to do my thing. I start to create my stuff, and you know, and I was there for a while, and no one was doing this in Beckway, so it was all mine.
Yeah.
You know, and when I wanted leather, I would send to Barbados. Those boats working between the islands. I'll give the guys the money. They'll go buy my stuff and bring it back for me. You know, and I do my thing in Beckway. As a matter of fact, when the contract was done, I'm packing my stuff and I'm in. Good evening, Mr. Arthur. So I look over the banister and I'm seeing a lady there. I came to order a pair of slipper. I said, okay, sweetheart, but I'm leaving by tomorrow. I'm now packing up my last stuff because the contract was done and heading back out. And things were going well. The business started to pick up. People started to like the thing. And, but I had to leave. All good things came to an end. And I came back home. And I think on my return, there was expo taking place in Trinidad. Very big expo. And I heard about it late, but I went to the office. I was dealing with that, and it was expiring. So the guy told me, they already locked off. That is it. They ain't taking no more. Because sending Tobagonians to Trinidad, they had boots and so on for them. And I say, okay. But I walk with my bag with my accoutrements.
Yes, you have to walk with everything.
Yeah, and we took them out and showed it to him. And he said, this has to go to Trinidad.
Wow. Just
look
like
at my partner,
that.
Sam. He looked at me. He said, this has to go to Trinidad. I think he just said that to lock it off. And we were on the trip to Trinidad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our boot, set up in Trinidad, and we had a good time. And from that expo,
the sky was
because
basically
Trinidad said
upward.
about it, and the wider Caribbean, So it took off from there, and looked for a place. I looked for a workshop in Scarborough. Opened up a workshop, started doing things. Hooked up with that part in the ministry. I'm trying to remember the name, but they all take us to trade shows and so on. And trade shows up the islands, and the work started to spread. People started to know about it, And then came Showgum, where they had the Americans, where they had all the world leaders.
Yes, Commonwealth
summit.
heads of government.
Yeah, and my wife and I just came back from an anniversary trip. We did some islands, and then we head to New York for the final leg of the trip, and came back. It was a Sunday night, and as I got into my door, and I'm settling down, my phone rang. Shirley McDougall, not a good person.
Rest in peace,
And
yes.
she has been one of the backbone on my journey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. He said, Ted, we have Showgum coming up, and we need to get some items. We need 74 leather portfolios for the world leaders, blah, 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 this. I said, okay. And I look at my leather stock. I said, that can't do nothing. Myself and Edith were back on a flight to New York the next day.
Yeah.
Suitcases, we said, packing everything because you can't send nothing by post. So pack our suitcases with the material back home. And it was peace. I didn't think I slept for a whole week.
Yeah.
Because everything came in kind of a short notice, and we made stuff, made 74 portfolios and that kind of thing. And then they called me again. We need a portfolio for the President of the United States.
Whoa.
My head's so big rigs.
Yeah. And that's how it was happening. It was just like a rippling effect.
So I said, the President of the United States. I said, Dad, this is where you have to take advantage of this.
Oh, yes.
And I put a piece of scrap paper. I took a pencil. They gave me the details. He likes basketball, this, that. I said, okay. I did a portfolio. Basketball. And in number 5 minutes, I designed the face of the portfolio. I don't know how that happened so fast. The basketball on the face and the national flags, America flag here, Trinidad and Tobago flag on the other side, and that kind of thing. And that was done so quick. I said, okay. And I put that onto the leather, and phone calls keep coming. Ted will need something for his wife. My goodness. I said, so what are we going to give the wife? He said, maybe a handbag and probably a pair of slippers. I said, well, she's a tall person. Can you find out the size for me?
Mm-hmm.
She said, she might be probably a 10 or 11 because she's tall. But they got the size, and the daughter had to do his best, especially on those 2 items. The other portfolios were stitched with thread. His was whipped with leather. That took me probably 2 days to finish.
Yeah.
Because I had to do my best. The President of the United States just became president.
Exactly, and you had to represent as well.
Exactly.
And represent well.
I went about and I did that. It was approved by the Chief Secretary, Mr. Orville London.
Yes.
And another nice part of the whole thing, a scary part, I should say, had my heart pumping. We presented the gift item to the administrator first, and I think because they wanted to have a press conference the morning, and I deliver. I say, right, good. And back home, my phone ring. Ted, protocol. This flag has to be on this side, and the other flag has to be on the other side. I said, my goodness, I just speed back to Scarborough, collect the portfolio, on loose part of it with the wheel.
Yeah, because
take out the flag,
that
switch
one.
it.
Yeah.
My heart was going.
So it was just like
we got that
everything
done.
was going on.
It was presented, it was approved, they loved it. And that went the way it had to go. And there were some other stories behind that. So maybe I'm talking too much, maybe you need to talk.
And it opened up.
Yeah.
It opened up those pathways for you.
Yes.
Yeah, because, and what's really, really nice is the fact that when you started, no one else was doing this kind of artistry.
That is true.
So you're a trailblazer or a pioneer of sorts. Yeah? Do you consider yourself to be a pioneer?
I'm taking it from you. Because I always, look at myself. People say certain things. Ted, your brand is big over there. And I said, really? I always put myself here. I never look at myself as here. But people will say things, and gradually I'll see certain things and say, okay. But I still try to maintain myself in a humble position.
Okay. And it's wonderful because there is that humility that you have. And it speaks so much to your character because the level, the pathways that you would have opened for other creatives, it's so vast. And some persons may have developed a big head had they done all of the things and accomplished so many things like that you have. But we're going to take a break. We have so much more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Light up the Christmas with the best fiber. Surfboard channel switch to Amplia. Thousands in prizes, getting smart TVs. 1 year free service and free groceries. We suffering with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. We been drinking with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. Sign up now for 50% off plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Costa. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to to sign up today.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
But this place is boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes?
Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Having a wonderful, wonderful conversation with my Uncle Ted. He's now my uncle, guys. And one of the things that stood out when you spoke about your work that you did for the President and the First Lady of the United States and the feedback. What was it like receiving that positive, admirable type of feedback from the President of the U.S.? What was that like?
That was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And I remember the day before, I met with the guys who delivered the gift. We used to have a store, the first store on the Esplanade.
Mm-hmm.
So Edith came on the evening, and he said, some guys came asking for you from the States. I said, really? I said, but I could be. Say, okay. Try to think back on anything bad in the States, boy. So, the next day, I went to Crown Point. On my way back, my phone rang. And I had 2 phones.
Mm-hmm.
So one rang and I was on the phone with someone else. So I just had the other person on the line and I said, wait, hold a second, let me just take this call. And I'm driving, coming up the highway. And is this Mr. Ted Arthur? So yes, speaking. I could hear from the voice, that was a white person.
Mm-hmm.
My name is so from the White House. I was given a package to deliver from the First Lady, for you. We're going to Division of Tourism now. And I said, but I'm heading there too. I'll meet you there. Janelle, I stopped in the middle of the highway. Start to scream.
I could imagine. I mean, the White House. Wow.
I started to scream like, as you see.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'll be there. And straight to tourism, met 2 guys. And they delivered me this package. So this is from the First Lady. We were told to hand deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
And to make sure that we deliver it, we have to take a picture. So they took a picture with, delivering this stuff and so on. And that was that. And being there, I shared it with Shoma. Shoma was there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Shoma shared it with the chief sec. And she just asked for a copy of the letter,
right.
A copy, and that kind of thing. And pretty much, I just mentioned it to family and a few friends, and it gradually started to come out, knowing, that kind of thing. And that feeling was all right, Ted. What they set out to do, I think we accomplished it.
Yeah.
You know, you deliver a product that you wanted to impress, you wanted to let them see, hey, Tobago, and getting a reply from the White House is one of the greatest feelings
Yeah.
that I think anybody could cherish.
And it's etched in your memory. It's etched in your history, your legacy even, because, like I said, it opened so many pathways.
It has.
It opened the pathways, and that is so important as a creative, the creative mind, and more so the Tobagonian mind, because I always speak about an essence that we have as Tobago people, a rhythm that we have.
Oh yes, colorful people.
Colorful, and we're vibrant, and we're very expressive. And it shows in whatever we do, whatever room we enter and exit, it shows.
Oh yes.
Yeah?
I agree with that.
And I know that, you know, you have represented so well, you know, fashion, you know, those trade shows, road shows, and just flying that Trinidad and Tobago flag. It's such a wonderful feeling that we are represented and represented well, because your work speaks for itself. Your work is amazing.
I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So what was it like, you know, creating pieces for some of the most famous people in the world? I'm talking celebrity status. You know, how does that feel? How did that even come about in terms of you being in place to provide that service?
My thing in life is that if you're doing something, do it good. It works. And I cut no corners when it comes to my work. Right? And I'm saying if you do it good, you'll like it. Right? And for me, it was to get to places, just do it different, do it with an extra flair, do it where, do things that people are not accustomed seeing.
So you're out of the box. Think out
Yes, I
of
had
the
to
box.
jump out the box. Because if you're down here and you want to get here, you have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
You know? And I said, Ted, you just have to be different. The styles and the quality of work has to speak for itself. And that's what I use. Give good quality work. Right? Let the passion be seen, let the love be seen in what you do. If you feel it here, other people are going to feel it here too. But if you ain't feeling it, don't put it out there.
Yeah.
It
has to
hit the
come
heart
from your
first.
and your spiritual
And your-
side as
exactly.
well.
You know, and that has worked for me because when tourism want to give a gift to anyone that is of a high stature coming here, they'll call Ted. You know, if they go in to promote Trinidad and or Tobago tourism, Germany in London, they will take gift items from Ted.
Right.
And you know, there was an argument once. Some people, you know, a little controversy. Why is only Ted Hart alone?
Oh, there you go.
The answer was, when you could do it like Ted, you do it.
Yeah,
You know?
because it's your work
So
speaks.
you have everybody want to, you know, say things, but the thing is, you have to come with a good product to represent Tobago. After we come with a good product to represent outside, that people see, well, right, this is from Tobago. So whoever was choosing know what quality is, right? And I am to fall in that line. And so that's the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, so my thing is, you all, whatever you do it, try to outdo yourself. Try to outdo yourself. And make the product you make yesterday a better one tomorrow. You know, always try to improve. Compete with your own self. Don't look, well, you can look at somebody and try to elevate if the person is, you know, but try to be at your best game. Right? And learn to take constructive criticisms. Don't get vexed. Because I remember once I was doing a show with a friend of mine, Trinidad, with an art gallery. And in Trinidad, things looking nice. And a couple of days after, on the Express paper, so that slipper at the reporter, the person who wrote the article. Slipper is nice, but a little too hard. That kind of hit me. You know. But the person was right. And I remember going to to a trade show, and a customer came in. She was pregnant. She tried on the slipper. She loved it. I said, Mr. Arthur, well, I was slipper, but I don't have nothing but a soft inner sole. But she wouldn't know what she did for me, because it was like, all right, she's asking for a soft inner sole. You know, that makes sense. If your feet are not comfortable, your whole body is not comfortable.
That's true.
Right? And I said, but it's more working about it. I said, but if they're asking for it, give it to them. They're charged to suit. And I started making my footwear with soft inner soles.
Yeah.
People love it because it's soft.
And
more
comfy.
time. Yeah. And listen to the criticisms that you get from your customers. They're the ones wearing it. Sometimes you might even try on one of your own slipper.
Yeah, you just know you're
just
making
making
it. And
sometimes you have to put on what you make to know, well, this ain't feeling so good here. You know? And listen to your customers, listen to the criticisms, and work with what they say, because they're the ones wearing it. You know? Thank them for that.
Yeah. And you said it so well.
Yeah.
Listen and try to learn from an experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the only way you grow. I think you grow as a person, you grow as a creative, you know, you grow in pursuing your talents. What about younger persons? Did you ever come into contact or experience anyone wanting to do what you do?
Oh, yeah. Well, my nephew, my sister's first child, he's into it. He's doing a fantastic job. I did some work with YTEP over the years. So there's a lot of young people who
good.
Are into it, because it's a career in itself. It's in the world of fashion. People, I mean, ladies wear handbags every day. Men wear handbags now, crossbodies and so on. You know, it's part of what you wear, your footwear, your jewelry. You know, so it's a career young ones could get into. It has a future. You know, come up with your own style. You know, persons are going to buy into it. They might buy into mine, but they buy into yours.
Yeah.
Right? So come up with your thing. Just take my advice. Just do it good.
Yeah.
Just do it good. Finish it good. Finish the inside as good as the outside. I remember once I did I was doing some work for Miss Warner. You might know Miss Warner. She lives at used to live at Rockdale opposite Neil and Massey. Warner's there. And I was doing some key rings for her with the heritage logo. She becomes more beautiful.
Right.
And I did the logo. I did the keychains. And all looking nice on the front. And she said to me, this is how you finish the front, finish the back. And that is what I took that. And it was so real and made sense. So outside looking good, inside also has to look good.
Definitely.
If I dye my bag in brown outside, I dye the bag in brown inside. If I dye here brown, on the inside is also dye brown. Before, you see the raw leather. But now I finish it all around. Full circle.
Yeah.
You know, so when you look outside look good, when you look inside. Inside is just as good as the outside. You know? So you're not leaving no stones unturned. You know? So once someone picks the product up, you can see, yes, this is well done. It's well made. I can pay my money for this.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, because the quality, like I said, the quality speaks. Your art speaks through you as a creative, and it definitely shows. And I just want to thank you for representing us for all this time, representing well, and just basically putting love and passion
Definitely.
into what
Gotta
you
put
do.
those two into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the passion, because you see it. And we want to thank you so much, Uncle Ted.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Janelle.
Yes. And you know, from our family to yours, of course, we wish you blessings and we wish you success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Much appreciated. Peace and blessings back to you all.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a break, guys, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. But before we do that, let me mention the trivia question once again. Brunch, a Taste of Tobago first aired on what date? The answer at the end of the program. See you guys soon.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome to Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the Standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on the pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
Good morning, put a smile on your...
And my next guest is here, and we're going to delve in just a bit. Let's talk seminar. Now, the name just jumped out at me, and immediately I wanted to know, okay, what is this? What is this about? And, all of the information thus far. So, Public Relations Officer for the Rotaract Club is here with me. Mr. Lyndon Lashley joins us on the Brunch set, and we're going to delve into the Let's Talk seminar. So, Lyndon, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. good morning to the listening public, both on Facebook and on other channels that you may
Yes.
have it on as well. Yeah.
So let's talk seminar. Tell us a bit about it.
So the Let's Talk seminar is an initiative that the Rotary Club has, where the Rotary Club, firstly, where we are an NGO, a non-government organization, and we more focus on community work and stuff like that. So, but we want to take a little delve into the societal issues that we may having. So the Let's Talk seminar, this initiative that we're having tomorrow is based on the International Men's Day that we celebrated yesterday, Sunday on the 19th. So we would have had a previous one last year where we noticed that it was extremely healthy to have men, a safe space for men to speak about their issues, to just be able to have a space where they can not feel judged. So we decided to revitalize it this year, but instead of having a normal presentation, we decided to have it as a panel discussion. So we have some members from the space here in Tobago who are going to be on the panel that are going to engage into the young men where this is concerned.
You know, it's a wonderful thing when we do not forget the human aspect of things. Sometimes we seem to lose it just a bit. And I'm talking to my kings now because sometimes we forget about you. Sometimes we sweep you under the rug. And it's sad but true. And sometimes it's not the best picture that we paint of our men and our young boys. And this is why Let's Talk really stood out. The name really stood out. And I felt that I needed to really hear what this was about and what it would entail.
So what it entails is we're going to be talking about the mental health. The theme that we're going with is a zero suicide male, because we know when we really look at the stats where the suicide rate is concerned, we see that men are just at that very high level.
Yes.
So we wanted to find ways where we could engage our younger men, but also those who are young at heart, to engage them in a way where, like I said before previously, where they could just come, speak, and even if they don't want to speak there, what we allotted for them is that we have a link on our Instagram post where they could anonymously send in their questions, and the panelists will answer within the program itself tomorrow.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that is it's quite a buzz actually. We were seeing more cases of domestic abuse, but the men are the victims. And so whereas in times gone by, or in times of yesteryear, we would not hear of the reports and we would not hear of those instances where abuse is being meted to the male partner. Now, I think the narrative is changing a bit where that is concerned.
Yes, that is the case. I wouldn't say it's something that is not known, given my job spec, coming out of my role of the PRO, where I work outside of the Rotary Club. We have seen a lot of men come to the space to say that, hey, this is what's happening, and as we said before, the domestic violence that is happening to men is not mostly on the physical side, but more of the verbal side, the emotional
The
side.
emotional.
Because we know most females don't have that physical strength, but as the saying goes, the tongue holds.
Yeah, that tongue.
holds some power in it. So when it is a woman, demasculinates a guy, it plays on him a lot, and where most men decide to go and say, hey, mama, forget about that, is at the bar. And we have noticed that a lot of young men now are going towards that. It's just repeating itself. So we want to encourage and implore to the young men coming up and those who are, as I said before, young at heart, that there is a space for you. We are here. Our ears are open, and now is the time. If it is you are shy, if it is you are scared, we understand. But we are here and we're willing to give you the opportunity to let your voices be heard.
I love the fact that there is this platform, because a spike in crime and murder and these types of headlines, and sometimes we may not know the true story. We may not know, as old people say, you see a house, but you don't know where it's leaking. Yeah. So we don't know most of the times what is the true story. You have that headline, this husband murders his wife, or vice versa. And sometimes with investigation, upon investigating the relationship, there was abuse there. There was emotional trauma there of all sorts, of all percentages. And so having this platform where you can speak, where you have a comfort, because sometimes you just want to talk about something is so much boiling up, and ready to erupt inside of you, and you just want to talk to someone. You want to talk without being judged. You want to talk without being seen as
weak. as the saying goes.
Yeah, as weak.
Yeah, as the saying goes.
And a lot of times in our family structure as well, sometimes boys are not holistically taught to deal
exactly
with what's happening. So they don't know how to deal with conflict. They don't know how to be considerate. They are taught to be tough, and you gotta be hard, as they say.
I would say that teaching comes from my generation. And what I will say, me now being at the age that I am, I'm not gonna say, seeing the young men now, they are more outspoken, but in the way that they are outspoken, it as you were saying, now in society it rubs people differently because we're not accustomed to that. So is topics like that we want to address. We don't necessarily want to change the individual, but then have them understand that, okay, even though, yes, I am outspoken, or even if I am not outspoken, these are ways, these are methods I can use.
Right.
I myself, being a person like that, I was never able to properly express myself. And being a part of this club, being a part of cadets when I was in school and stuff like that, it molded and shaped me in a way where I am now able to be here and speak. And I still have my little challenges here and there because it is a learning process. And with that, I have seen some changes. I have seen some positives within learning these techniques that I would have been working along in my years. And we just want to give it to those that are coming and those who are still shy.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, still shy.
But you see, the thing is, Lyndon, you can speak from experience, and that is a wonderful place to be, because you know firsthand, and so you can delve in with confidence. You can delve in with passion, because okay, so this is something that I have lived, or this is something that I experienced, and so it's a more natural flow. You can relate, and others can relate to you, because you're on a journey, you're still growing, but maybe a few years ago you may not have been brave enough to sit here and have a conversation.
Not at all, I
right?
tell you.
So it's growing, and I think as human beings we evolve.
Yes,
that is
indeed we
something
do.
that happens.
Indeed
We evolve as human beings, and you were this way at one point in time does not necessarily mean you're going to go into another sector of your life doing the same thing, believing the same thing, and just basically behaving the same way. So what would you say to the young people who are watching today? If you had to give them something positive, what would you say to them today?
What I would say is basically, don't let your home or your situation determine who you are.
Yes.
Don't look at the other person. You don't know exactly what they have to do to obtain what they are having.
Yeah.
So focus on you. Reach out to your peers, even if your peers aren't that space you're looking for. We have now in schools your guidance counselors, we have your safety officers, we have your teachers. Reach out to them. We have the community-oriented policing section at the policing stations.
Right.
You could reach out to them to just say, hey, this is what is going on with me. I need help. There's nothing wrong in saying you need help. I mean, just the other day, I reached out to our work therapist and said, hey, this is what's happening right now. I need help.
Yeah.
And going to sessions and being able to speak about stuff that have been playing on my mind. It has helped me, honestly, and yeah.
Yeah. And you said it so well. There's nothing more left for me to say. You know, I just want to thank you so much, Lyndon, for being with us. Thank you for giving us a platform for our men and our boys. It's so important. And of course, from our family to yours, we wish you blessings. Just before we wrap, is there a telephone number or social tag that we can reach you?
You can find us on Instagram at Tobago Rotarac, on Facebook, and we also have a TikTok that we need to work on. It's on the flyer. The contact number is also 743-2271.
Right.
So we hope to see a lot of our young men come out to the discussion tomorrow. It is a safe space for them. We must iterate that it is a safe space.
Yes.
And we just want to be able to give them the opportunity where they can add other, what is the word I'm looking for here? Other initiatives, not initiatives, but other
ideas,
methods, and stuff they could use in their
tools that they can use.
Tools in their arsenal that they could use if it is they're going through some either personal, whether it be internal with family, friends, work, school, stuff like that. And it's just let me bring our young men, our young kings, as you said earlier, back to a place where they feel appreciated.
Yeah. And appreciation is the order of the day as we celebrate Happy International Men's Day. So you guys, we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. But before we do that, let me just take you to our trivia question once again. Brunch, a Taste of Tobago aired on what date? The answer at the end of the program. We will be right back with Eye on Bago. See you guys soon.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. down in Tobago.
Light up the Christmas with the best fiber. Surfboard channels switch to Amplia. Thousands in prizes, plenty smart TVs. 1 year free service and free groceries. We surfing with I, Amplia. We winning with I, Amplia. We binging with I, Amplia. We winning with I, Amplia. Sign up now for 50% off plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
And we are talking about eye care. It has been a buzz. It has been a topic of discussion for some time now, our eyes and how we care for them. And, you know, some of the conditions that play a part in us having wonderful eyesight or not at all. And so we're going to be speaking with Leon Lazarus, who is going to be talking to us from the Trinidad Eye Hospital. And she's going to be speaking on free diabetic eye screening. So, my
Hi.
dear Leon, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of Brunch. You know,
Yes, happy to be here.
let me take the time to welcome you because this is a conversation that we can never get tired of having. You know, it's
Yes.
so important. It's so vital to our health, our well-being, and we love the fact that you're here to talk to us today. So, welcome to Brunch. Let me
Thank
officially
you.
welcome you. All right. So, tell us about the screening. Let's just delve right into that. Yeah.
So, as a diabetic person, they should have screenings done once every year. So, the issue is it's not readily available throughout Trinidad and Tobago. So, we are trying to fit within that niche to help as many people as we can. So, we are coming to Tobago for the second time this year, and we'll be having 3 screening events. So, we will be in Canaan, Plymouth Road, and in Charlottesville. So that will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we have our advertisement on our Facebook page. So you can call or WhatsApp those 2 numbers that are listed there. So we're trying to get anyone who's diabetic, pre-diabetic. A lot of people will say, oh, I'm seeing fine. Everything is good with my eyes. I don't need any help right now. But the thing with diabetic eye disease, it's a silent disease. So when you notice things going wrong with the eyes, it's usually very far along. So that's the importance of screening and having people come in early and having it done annually so we can track people and make sure that as soon as something happens, we are able to intervene and have them come in and see the doctor.
What are some of the symptoms that may arise? Just for the viewers who are looking on, what are some of the symptoms that may arise?
So usually you'll get a blurring of vision. You may notice there are spots that you're not really seeing in your peripheral vision. Sometimes you may notice you may wake up and it's a little bit cloudy, and throughout the day it gets a little bit better. So usually you'll notice a cloudiness and then a steady decrease in your vision. You mightn't be able to see as far as you used to. So those are things that we usually ask people to look out for.
What about eye health and awareness? Is
Right.
there a conversation happening with regards to eye health?
So, I mean, that's been always been a topic. I mean, I think we talk about it every single year. We need to get it on a larger platform. We need government involvement. We need to make it a national program where it's available to every single person, because diabetic eye disease is a major problem. It's an economic burden on our health system. It affects personal lives. It's a draining situation for anyone to be in. So there needs to be a larger conversation. And what I've noticed every year, the severity of the disease that we're picking up, it's not decreasing, it's getting worse. So we need a larger intervention where everyone is given the opportunity for screening and that they can be seen within a specific time frame so that we can preserve the vision of our diabetics in Trinidad and Tobago.
Are we having a change at all in the narrative when it comes to diabetes, which seems to be quite a buzz in our space? What is the narrative like? Are people getting more serious about their health? Do you see, more people coming in and getting tested?
Oh, definitely. So I would say, especially with the efforts of the Diabetes Association and a lot of people who have taken upon themselves to make diabetes something that is spoken about and make people aware of what they need to do, I would say there's a lot more awareness. There's a lot more people coming in. So our numbers increase every single year for the number of patients that we screen. So there's definitely word of mouth spreading. There's effort being spread within organizations like DATT, which is the Diabetes Association. So I would say definitely people are becoming aware of the need for such initiatives. They are definitely taking it seriously. But again, it's all about the availability of the service.
And I like the fact that you touched on the availability of the service, because that is so important. That
Yes.
factor of the whole conversation, having the availability of the service. So
Yeah.
just remind us again when you guys are going to be here. Just remind us of the days that you will be here, just for those of you guys who are just joining us.
Sure. So we will be conducting our screenings from Wednesday. So Wednesday, I believe, is Plymouth Road. Then Thursday on to Keenan. And on Friday, we are in Charlottesville at the Nallis Library. We will be running our screenings from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to try to see as many people as we can. We have our target set so that we can encourage other sponsors, because we've been very, very lucky this year to have Farm Tech Caribbean sponsor, which is why we've been able to stay out a little longer and see out a little bit more people than the last time. So those are the three dates and locations. We're hoping that everyone calls in, WhatsApp, and we're going to try to do our best and see as many people as we can while we're there.
Definitely. And we're getting ready to wrap, but just before we do that, uh, the age bracket, is it getting lower in regards to persons
Yeah.
who are suffering from diabetes?
Yes, that's a very good question. So when I started, so I've been doing this 10 years now. So when I started, it was definitely more 40s to 60s and above. I would say I noticed the disease in the eyes. Definitely now I'm seeing a lot of 20 somethings, 18-year-olds. So it's becoming a problem. The age range is getting lower and lower. So we need to protect our citizens. These are working population age group. So it's going to affect our economy. It's going to affect how people are able to live their lives. So again, we need to encourage anyone, if you are diabetic, you're over the age of 12 years old, please have your eyes screened at least once a year. If you are told you need to have any follow-up, we offer free follow-ups. So our first visit in Trinidad. So if you're able to come across, we are willing to help. So we are not just screening and leaving patients there to find a way. We are following up with you. So at least the first visit is free. You come in, you see our specialists, and then we can guide you from there.
Definitely. And Leon, we are so thankful. We want to thank you for being with us and really delving in to diabetes eye care, which is so important. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for having the discussion. And of course, from our family to yours, we wish you blessings and
Thank
success
you.
in whatever you endeavor to do. Yeah?
Thank you so much. You take care.
You are most welcome. You are most welcome. So we're going to take a break, guys, and we're going to be right back with Ion Bagel. We're going to be talking to a very wonderful lady, but I'll let you get the chance to meet her. But before I do that, our trivia question for today: Brunch, A Taste of Tobago first aired on what date? The answer at the end of the program. See you guys soon.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
Morning, good morning, put a smile on your
You know, who would have ever believe Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, you know, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you not married?
That doesn't matter once you have a safe home and you're related to the child. You're good.
So they just gave money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy a Lamborghini for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up, is.
I will enjoy. Mommy, you can buy.
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you can get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malakay, I'm only going on the bed.
But mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Where's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
And Christmas time is upon us. And for those of us who are, parents, guardians, godmothers, godfathers, grandparents, basically, Christmas treats. You have to get the kids ready for the Christmas treat. So, it's so amazing that we're here. We're talking to Latoya Kent this morning, and Latoya is the CEO of Toya's Couture. So, Latoya, good morning to you.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers.
Thank you so much for joining us on Brunch. So, tell me about this annual Christmas treat. Let's delve right in. Tell me about it.
Okay. This Christmas treat has been going on for around 4 years now. It's held at the Montgomery Government Grounds. It's also, before we go into that, Toys Kito is actually a children's store, right? So we cater for kids. So then we started the Christmas treat in the year 2020 due to the pandemic, and we decided to go a long way with it this time. So this year's our 4th year. So we're looking forward to see the kids coming out, having a good time, a fun time with us.
Yeah. What are the age groups?
Well, this year we'll actually looking to target the age from 2 to 10.
Right. Oh, that's a good age. Yeah. We're still looking out for the toys and stuff like that. So that's a good age.
Not shopping as yet. Hopefully by the ending of the month, I will be doing all the Christmas shopping.
Okay. And what made you get into this type of gift giving and giving back? Because it's such a wonderful thing.
Yes.
What made you start?
Well, I'm a young mom of 2 kids. And a day, one of them was like, Mommy, why you don't do a Christmas treat and give back to kids? So I was like, so why you came up with that idea? Because she said, Mommy, I love to give, I love to share. And I want us to have it in our family. So I said, okay, no problem. And I started off there in the pandemic time. And from there, I just be going and going and going. I'm enjoying it. The kids are enjoying it.
Yeah, giving back is such
giving
a
back
wonderful
is really
thing.
good. Yeah, it's really good for me. I feel really good giving back to the community, and
Just basically doing good. Is a wonderful feeling.
Yes.
And the Toys Couture, tell me a bit about your business. When did you start your business?
Right, it started in the year 2020 due to the pandemic. All right, we are based online. So therefore we are located on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and WhatsApp. Right, and we normally do, well, the online basing, you just call, make bookings, and we deliver to you. And that's basically it for now.
Yeah. What is it that you enjoy other than giving back? What does Latoya enjoy doing?
I have a passion for kids. I love children. So there's no way I could ever say no to kids. I really, really love children, and those who know me will know that.
Yeah. So how do we reach you? Your phone number or social tags, if any? How do we reach out to Toys Couture?
You can get me on WhatsApp at 326-7397 or 332-4038.
Repeat, 332?
4038. Yes.
Right. And what would you say to the people watching?
I would say on the 16th of December 2023, it's Toys Couture Kids Christmas Treats, and I'm asking you all to bring out the kids. It's going to be a fun-full day. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have ATV rides, bouncy castle, face painting. Santa will be visiting. So I'm going to say bring out the kids, let they have fun, eat drinks. They cannot miss it.
Yeah, just repeat the date again, just for the viewers who are just joining.
It's December the 16th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
16th of December. So guys, you heard it right here. Please get out in your numbers to the annual Christmas treats. My sister Latoya is going to be in the building in full effect and doing that giving and all that love and happiness that she brings to the table. Yes. And one of the things that I love about doing this show is that I get to meet so many people. I meet various types of people. Yes. And so it's like, you name it, those people came and graced the set. Yes. And you are just one of those persons. So we just want to thank you. We just want to thank you for your kindness, yes, because that is definitely what is fueling you in terms of wanting to give back, in terms of wanting to try to reach as many children as possible. Yes. Is there a registration of any kind, or how do we
Yes, the
get into
registration
it?
fee,
Right.
it's $175 per child, but if there's a group, you can get it at least for $150.
Right. So it's
Right.
170, 175
Yes.
per child.
Yes, and a group price, you get it for $150 or less.
And that is a wonderful thing. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. You know, one of the things that, you know, stands out for me, and I'm thinking that it should not just be Christmas time, but it seems to resonate with the giving and the season of Christmas. And, you know, there's always, I remember that my sister, there was every time we had like Christmas and we would go to Christmas parties, there was always this, she would find a less fortunate child
Yes.
to give something to. And that is one of the memories that resonates. It still stays with me up to this day. So that there's this spirit of giving, there's this spirit of kindness, you know, and we just want to thank you for being that giving and kindness.
Yes.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. What is family life like? Because you're a young mom. What is that like?
It's great. It's great. I can't complain. The kids make me happy. I'm good. I'm good when it comes to family.
Yeah, because I know the children now, you know, they have this 2 going on 40. They have a different type of thinking and mentality from us.
Yes, yes.
So it's definitely, you have to come at it from so many different angles now.
Yeah.
Because they're so holistic, they're so worldly, and they know so much.
Yeah, they're very experienced more than us now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a lovely thing. It's a challenge at times because you know they get to the age and they know so much and they know more than you.
Yes, yes.
You know that is definitely something that comes up.
Yeah.
You know, no, that's not the way, that's not the way, and they know, they know more than you do. Yeah.
Especially with the social media.
Yeah.
More than you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So business is online. Let's just go back there.
Yes.
Right? So just tell us again, Latoya's Couture.
Yes, it's based online. You can get us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok.
Right. And there you have it, guys. You know, talking with Latoya is so much fun. I always ask this, or like young entrepreneurs or young business people coming up, because I know sometimes there are challenges when you want to start a business.
Yes, it is.
What would you say to people coming up and want to start a business? What would you say to them?
I would say don't ever give up. You just have to just keep trying, pushing, because if you know you want to get somewhere, you have to be going at it. Don't ever give up because it's been challenging sometimes. But you know, once you put your mindset to something that you want, you can get it. Don't ever tell yourself that you can't get it.
Definitely. And I don't have anything else to say after that. I mean, she pretty much just said it all. So, Latoya, we just want to thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for, again, your kindness. Thank you for being one of those persons who is willing to give back.
Yes.
You know, we can never have too many persons like you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
So we wish you so much blessings and peace from our family to yours.
Thank you.
And of course, success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Yes.
So blessings to you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me here.
You are most welcome.
Thank you.
And you know, we're getting close to the end of the show, but I wanted to say, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning, I wanted to say to you today, my kings and my queens, you are special. You are wonderfully made. And you are blessed. And I want you to really take that in, and I want you to really let that resonate with you. I'm saying this to you because we're living in a time when we need to hear it. We need to be in the presence of positive people. We need positivity in our lives. And I felt that I needed to say that. And one of the things that I noticed, now you pet owners, you are doing the most. I'm saying hello to you today because you are taking the time to care for our feathered friends or four-legged friends, even some of our creepy crawly friends, but your pet owners all the same. So I'm coming down the road and I saw a dog, a white dog with pink highlights. You pet owners are doing the most, I tell you. So I just want to say a blessed morning to our pet owners. I want to say a blessed morning to our vets, our veterinary practitioners. Good morning to you also. I also want to say again, I know I'm a bit late, but happy International Men's Day. I want to put that out there as well, and as I'm seated here with Latoya, because she's on the side of me and she's agreeing with what I'm saying, but I just wanted to put that out there. Happy International Men's Day to you. So we're getting ready to wrap. Thank you for watching Brunch. Thank you for being a part of what we do here. Did you know that, in fact, no, let me give you the answer first, because if I say what I'm about to say, you're going to figure it out. So let me not say what I'm about to say. But thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for viewing. We are aware that some of you can't be on the live stream, but you go back and you watch the episodes, and we see you commenting, and we're very, very thankful and very, very pleased to have you being with us. All right. So I want to take the time to wish everyone a blessed day. I want to take the time to let you know that life is worth living. Make sure and do things that you love to do. Make sure and find a passion. Make sure and find, a niche that resonates with you, and really, really get into that. So, before we wrap, let me just say thank you to Latoya once again for being a part of Brunch. Thank you for sitting with us. Thank you for the guests who were on with me today. Hello again to Secretary Natasha Charles Panton, Mr. Ted Arthur, thank you so much. Leon, Lazarus, thank you so much for being with us. Lyndon, thank you for sitting with me on the Brunch set. And of course, our last guest, Latoya Kent, who joined us and is in the spirit of giving and spreading joy and love to our children for the Christmas season. And as I approach the Christmas season, guys, keep viewing Brunch. We are going to be doing some wonderful things on set. So you guys need to stay tuned and be a part of that. So we're getting ready to wrap. Before we do that, back to the trivia question. Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, first aired on what date? Okay, so today is a special day because yesterday marked 5 months since we came on air. That was the day the first Brunch episode aired. So we are actually into the 5th, we're celebrating 5 months of Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, which means that the first episode would have aired on the 19th of June, 2023. Yes. I know it seems like a short time, but I've been here for a little while. And thank you for allowing me to keep you company. Thank you for being a part of Brunch. And from all family to yours, we wish you nothing but peace, love, and light. See you next time on Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Bye-bye.